Okay, so in tonight's class, we're going to talk about future-proofing your Shackley business with digital marketing strategies, using content marketing to make that happen. You know, a lot of businesses in the past years have fallen by the wayside, and my slide show is not, there we go, is not changing the slides. So there we go. And that's, you know, in the span of a few decades. So what happened? Why did they move from prominence to obsolescence? There are usually a variety of reasons, but one is that they failed to future-proof their business. So could this happen to your Shackley business? So the question is, could this happen to your Shackley business? You know, you guys may think that Roger would never let that happen. He's a forward thinker, and that may be true, but does your clients know it? And it's really your job as a marketer to ensure they know how relevant and up to date your products and the business opportunity is. So if you connect your clients and builders to a content strategy that consistently communicates the value of what you offer, you'll ensure your business is future-proof. So last week we talked about these topics here. In this series, we're going to cover, or I should say that slide was supposed to be deleted, but that's a first session slide. Tonight, we're going to talk about what content marketing is, why it's important, web properties every distributor should have, 5 things your website must include, and how to leverage Dr. Daggy's knowledge, plus much more. I'm a tech and marketing advisor, Shackley Kid. I do know the challenges of trying to find customers and talk to prospects and sponsor, because I've built the business online and offline. I've been in the trenches. You know, I've worked closely with Shackley's team. I built a director twice. So there's just a lot of reasons that I'm qualified to be able to help you. Let's talk about directional branding. This is actually a course we just finished in Networkers University that we're going to invite you to join. The best way to future-proof your business and create a fence around your customers is by branding yourself into people's consciousness, building a bond while moving them forward towards their goals, which is to avoid some sort of a problem and succeed at something. So how do you do it? By consistently creating and or promoting value-driven content using, for example, Facebook Lives. And we're focusing on that because it's a hot thing and it's something that Facebook is putting a lot of effort to making sure people see. Recorded videos, live events, blog posts, and social updates. And this results in 2 things: inbound leads, so people coming to you and actually registering for a newsletter or your lead capture website or something like that, or engagement. They're just simply commenting on a video, liking, sharing, something like that. And then you prospect those who engage from those activities by simply reaching out to them and saying, you know, hey, thanks for liking my video or watching. Would you be open to coming to my, to my webinar? Or would you, like a guided tour of my classrooms if it's something business related, something like that. Or maybe you're going to add them to a specific group that is a product or a business group that can move them forward, give them more information. Something that I saw last night I thought was important to remember is that we're information guides. Our job is to guide people to different information so they can make a great choice. So let's take a poll. None of the polls were set up on Monday, so I'm hoping the polls will be set up now, but I'm not sure if we're going to worry about polls with our group as it is now. We're going to move on here. We'll do polls another time. So let's talk about digital marketing strategy number 1, and that's list building. I talked a bit about it last week, but when you focus on building lists, you have more people to communicate with and educate into a yes. So here are some types of lists. So email lists, SMS, meaning mobile, like text messaging, push notification subscribers, a Facebook group, fan page likes, and that really is converted into somebody you can connect with when they message your fan page. So the like alone isn't as powerful as having somebody who's actually messaged your fan page. Your social spaces, such as, a Twitter follower or Instagram follower, and then your YFP and Shackley back office. So you got a lot of different places to be able to collect people's names or find a way to make that connection with you digitally. Okay, so again, remember the people in these lists, they comprise what's called your audience. So there's a chance they could hear you or be invited to something that you're offering, and then you can create a community out of that, people that are actually engaging and connecting with you there. So YFP helps you attract and get connected so that you can email folks, you can meet them on social spaces, you can invite them to live events, you can get them into your mobile messaging platform, which is, we're just testing in beta right now, so it's coming soon. You can get them to be reading your wellness articles. And something to let you guys know that's new is that now when someone signs up in your wellness center, they are automatically being added as a lead. And then Zoom, PowerPoints, and pipeline. So that means that we also can offer you Zoom webinars, and we offer PowerPoint presentations and marketing funnels. So what YFP really does, it helps you organize your marketing assets into a funnel or a path. So you can attract and then educate and then follow up and then convert people and then nurture your existing customer base. So let's move on to digital marketing strategy number 2 and talk about web properties. So in order to build a list, you need several web properties designed for list building. You've got to hook these lists to something, or nobody will get their name in there in the first place. So here are the web properties you want. You want a personal branding hub site, a lead capture website, webinar registration pages, a blog, a business/wellness resource center. And so let me just point out quickly, I believe everybody here, is there anybody here who does not have a hub site? Feel free to speak up if that is you. If you do not have a hub site, go ahead and say, I do not, but I believe everyone does. Your webinar registration pages, those can only be made if you guys are on the VA service and you request us to build a page for you. Remember, next week, we're going to be talking about, we'll be meeting with Dr. Steve Cheney and that wellness webinar, and we will be building new webinar registration pages for that. I'm not sure, Elaine, when are the registrations pages going to be ready for that? Maybe you could share that as well. And can you double check that my Aunt Peggy is struggling to get in tonight as well? Go
okay,
ahead.
Coach. It's ready na, Coach. We
okay.
are, yeah. So
Okay, so we're just waiting for the widget to come on there, letting them know what the link is, right?
it's already there na din, Coach, in the dashboard.
Maybe I didn't get one done, and that's why I don't see it.
Yeah, yes.
I think we better fix that. Last time I told them not to worry about it, but I can't remember what the reason was. Then that way, if I see it, I'll know it's there. And
okay, Coach. We'll also include you in the the list.
Thank you.
Okay,
That'd be
Coach.
great. So there you go. There you have it, folks. If you have a webinar registration page, if through the VA service, it'll be in your back office now. And if not, then I recommend you consider asking us. Just let us know here in the chat. You can say, hey, I want a reg page, and we'll build one for you. That's the only way you can track who signs up for the wellness webinars. Otherwise, you can just use the generic page that we create, but then you don't know whether they signed up or not. So, okay. Now, here are 6 things your personal branding website must include. So, an easy to understand tagline, obvious calls to action, lead magnets. And I think this would be better if we did this as a slide with arrows, actually showing the piece there with little call outs. How to contact you, how to work with you, information about you, and events calendar. Let me just quickly open up my my page here. I'm going to go to my own hub site, and I'll just show you what I mean by that. So this is the tagline I'm talking about. This is actually is a little bit weak. I'm rewriting the tagline coming up, as you know, something that'll say, like the default one will become, for the business anyways, will be helping busy moms create an online business and life they love, something like that. So it lets them know who we're talking about and what it is we're offering. That is a little more powerful than what I have it as is now, but that's your tagline there. This is what's called your hero shot or your header image. So it brands you, lets some people see that it's your website. This is a link, so an obvious call to action where people could sign up for one of my ebooks. Then they can go here and sign up for my wellness center, which now I also puts them on my newsletter. So that's why the drive will be get them in your wellness center, and then you got 2 things at once. Once they're the wellness center, now they're on the newsletter, and then they're able to access the articles anytime they see that newsletter. I will say this though, we're going to want to have the elves sync your newsletter to your wellness master list, the ones we send out weekly, so that they're in both spaces. You can see here, I've got this link, this little chat box, this little widget. It can disappear or open it again, and that will allow people to message my fan page directly, and then I can send a broadcast message to them through my fan page, which is fantastic. So this is now ready. If you guys are on the VA service, just ask your VAs to do this for you. If not, you could hire us just for the 1 hour that it would take. And then that way you don't have to, well, that's it. You get on the 1 hour, it's a done deal, okay? But this is very important because if somebody messages your fan page, then you can message them directly to their instant messenger to invite them to your upcoming wellness webinars. Events is what it's all about. So we put on a pinnacle event, and then we drive people to that event, then you engage and you prospect what happens from that. That's really kind of the flow of the business, okay? So you always want to be pushing people to one of the events that we're putting on for you or one you're doing yourself. And these tools help you do that. Then it gives you an about page, an events calendar here, and this events calendar can be done, can be accessed from the YFP back office. So Marilyn is asking, yeah, what is a personal branding hub site? So Marilyn, I'm on it now. So I'm just going to show you this here. So I'm going to scoot over here to my back office, and I'm going to go to actions. Let's see here. Or I'm going to try to go to actions anyways. I need to reload my page because nothing's happening. I'll just move on while I'm waiting for that to reload. And I'll go back to the calendar in a minute. This is a work with me page that allows people to see the benefits of joining me and my team, this is just a demo site because I'm not an active Shaklee distributor, but if I was, that's how they would do that. But my parents are, so I can put people with my parents. Then this is the link here that would allow them to join the wellness, my wellness center. And this is kind of what I was pointing at that hopefully Elaine, Rain, and them will see. I'm hearing other people struggling as well. I'm trying to refresh this page, and it's like over a minute just to refresh the dashboard. Pretty brutal. Let me go here. This is inside the Wellness Center. It seems the Wellness Center is loading quickly, but the dashboard of the Freedom Project is like brutal. I'm actually just going to get right out of it and try it again. Sometimes that makes it faster. So from the hub site, I'm able to link people to this content. And remember, this is the content that Dr. Daggy works with us to help us create so that you've got good Shaklee compliant, quality, trustworthy information that you can share with people that helps them understand how to get, how to build health and avoid sickness, and also how to use Shaklee products in with that. Things like how do your kids' vitamins measure up? How are supplements produced? This is where we store all your archived newsletters. So this comes with actually what's called the Super Bundle plan, which I'll talk about later. And if and when I can get this to load, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to go here and go create event. Okay, and so I'm just going to type in this case, for example, I'll say wellness webinar with Dr. Steve Cheney. And then down here, I will say learn, I will say discover in this webinar, Dr. Cheney will slay the supplement myths. Now, I would actually go in and grab some text, which I think I'm going to do right now, just so I can show you guys how to use this here. So I'm going to go to your wellnessproject.com, and let's say, do we know what it is? It's supplement myths, slaying supplement myths. There it is. I'm just going to grab this. This is the generic page that's going to be next week. So I would just grab all of that, okay, copy that. And then I'm going to come back to here, paste in that. And then I want the registration page. Now, I'm going to copy this one, but normally I'd want to copy my own one that would be on my dashboard that the gang will fix for me later. I'm going to hit save. Oh, I got to have a date. Sorry, that's my bad. So that's going to be November, and it's going to be the 28th. So I better get that right. Yeah, there we go. And it's going to be 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. actually. There we go, to 9:30. I'm going to make the date. I'll make this Eastern time. Show in Hub Sites calendar and save. Okay, so this is how we are going to be able to allow someone to now go to my website, and I'm going to scoot back here to my Hub site. And then go to my events calendar, and there it is. Yay. Okay, someone could click on that, and they could sign up. Okay, so I highly encourage you guys to utilize your Hub site calendar. We are going to, in the future, we're going to make it so that our YFP events can automatically go in your Hub sites calendar when they're things like this, but we're not there yet. So for now, you just got to manually do it, and that's okay for you guys to feel a bit of the sweat. Okay, so hopefully go ahead and type out if you guys are doing that. Say, I did it. So if you've done your event, then that's awesome. Okay, I'm going to go back to here. So we talked about that. Also, another one, I'll show you this. There's a page here that's also really important, and that is down here, this contact. So it allows people to be able to contact you without, so you don't have to paste your email out for the web to see, and that's where you get scraped and spammers and robots find you. Now what you do is you just give them a link to the contact me page. So that's very helpful as well. So that's all part of the hub site. And then of course, if you have a blog, well, that's even better. Then your blog will connect to your hub site. So you can see you've got basically everything all, connects to this. This is your Grand Central Station. So that's what a hub site is. Does that make more sense? Hey, Mom, Pa. Marilyn, does that make more sense to what I'm getting at there? And feel free to ask me questions. I am monitoring the stream as well now, not only here, but there as well. So feel free to. Okay, let's move on. If you don't have a hub site, just tell me no. All right, digital marketing strategy number 3, content marketing. So if you think your web properties, if you think of your web property, as the car, kind of the container, your content is like the engine. It's what moves everything forward. So content attracts people to learn more, builds bonds and trust, educates and challenges people to take action. And content comes in the form of videos, webinar replays, audios and podcasts, PowerPoint presentations, blog posts and articles, pins, posts and tweets, and emails. Now, as you can see, videos, so when you do a Facebook live stream, that's your video. A webinar replay is like what we're doing next week. We'll post that webinar replay in your Wellness Center, as well as you can do your own webinar. And I do want to show you this in case you guys are not familiar with this. Again, if you go inside your back office under file cabinet, you will notice the, by the way, while the visual is here, you guys can integrate your calendar with Google Calendar. I used Google Calendar for my own personal appointments, and they link here so then I can also see it. But then it will allow any of the YFP events to show in your Google Calendar. So if you're like me and you tend to focus more on the Google Calendar, you won't forget YFP stuff because it'll be there. But these are all the different PowerPoint presentations that we have that you guys can go in and use. So there is like business content, healthy nutrition, healthy kids, healthy body. So there's just a lot of content that you guys can go in and make use of. And then do a webinar, even if nobody attends, do it, and then you'll have the content recorded, and then you can put it on your blog, put it in YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. So how would you make all this happen? So how you bring this to life? The Super Bundle is the way to make it happen. It's the plan that puts it all together. Shackley's best at providing the operations side, such as your online personal website and your back office. We then connect the parts that Shackley doesn't offer to give you a front-end marketing hub from branding, content, and so on. So here's just a quick recap of everything that comes in the Super Bundle. The personal branding hub site I just showed you, the wellness-focused lead capture sites, the business-focused lead capture sites. I don't really make much mention of that in what I just shared, but I'll just point out real quickly what those are, because that's kind of where the rubber meets the road. Is people are here in, say, your blog, scrolling down, and then they're like, hey, what's this? This link, this free report reveals what your doctor wasn't taught in med school. What's that? So they can click on that. And now they're able to get valuable information when this loads, which will allow them to be able to learn more. And I'll get back to that in a minute while I'm waiting for that to load. So business lead capture as well. Then there's the email marketing system that we create an email for you guys every single week that you can mail out on your own or use our VA team to do it for you. And then on the final mailing is the Vitality for Life monthly newsletter. I don't know if final mailing is quite the right word because we send it actually in the middle of the month. But basically we send 2 emails, then a newsletter, and then 2 more emails. That's probably more clearer. Then there's the Wellness Center that is where we store all the newsletters and those articles that I showed you that Dr. Daggy helps us with. Because he is our nutritional science advisor, as well as we also work closely with Dr. Browse and now Dr. Cheney, Dr. Wooten. So you're able to get all of that power inside this one spot. Then there's the monthly live business webinars that we're putting on for you, and you can put on yourselves with the content we create, those PowerPoints. There's a 3-step sponsoring system that allows you to actually guide people through these a simple series of presentations and then give them fun work videos that helps them understand things they need to know to make a decision to join your business. Then there's the contact manager that just allows you to track what people are doing and put in notes and stuff like that under their name. The business training center, so that when you sponsor a new builder, you actually can plug them into third-party tools and let them learn more while you're not around. They can watch videos and read articles while you're not even there, so that you're more of a, again, you're an information guide. You're just guiding them here. I want you to learn this. I want you to watch this. I want you to sign up for that, as opposed to you having to do all the heavy lifting all the time. It also comes with special discounts, such as 50% off our Networkers University, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, and then live support. So here's just some of the benefits you're going to get. Things like the best monthly price. Everything's all in, well, I shouldn't say everything, because it doesn't include everything. The blog, for example, is not part of it, but the key components are all in one. So here's the big picture. This is kind of what it's going to look like with the super bundle. So you've got your hub site. You can sponsor builders with lead capture websites that connect to a pipeline. You can connect a blog to it if you want to enable that module. It is sold separately, but all of your lead capture websites that we create for you are all connected to that. You don't have to write your own ebooks and all the stuff that goes with it. We do it for you. Your job is just to get people to it, just to promote what's already there for you, which of course includes the Wellness Center, the VFL newsletter. So let me give you an example of that. I promoted a business. Last week we did what was called the gig economy, and I promoted that to some friends of mine, and I had a couple people register, and one of them now is tomorrow going to go through the classrooms with me. So I just promoted that event. Now I happen to be the one doing the event, but in that case, you guys would be promoting it and then you following up. Now, she didn't immediately say, take me through your classrooms, or I had to follow up and say, hey, what's a good time for me to guide you through my classrooms so I can show you more? And then she agreed. So follow-up is really crucial. So if you buy today, you get the best prices on these amazing online tools for life. It's normally $300 to get on, but you can save 50% off if you do it before the promo ends. And then you just pay a small monthly fee for that. Normally it'd be $80 a month, but it's only $60 a month. And that ends December the 10th. So there's the link for that. Okay, your first month, by the way, the reason the first month is higher is not only does it enable you to get the best price then for life, but it also includes 2 one-hour support calls so that we can get all your contacts out of your Shackley back office and then imported into your Freedom Project back office so that you can then start sending your email campaigns every week. We help you get oriented, set up your profile, get you connected to the community, and so on. So you're also going to get a special bonus. And then for a month, we're going to let you try out and see what it's like to have somebody posting inspirational, educational, and beautifully designed content on your social spaces for an entire month. Okay. Now, I'm not saying disappear and don't be present on your social spaces, but you don't have to do all of it. You just can kind of fit in around the gaps. Here's some examples of the kind of content that we'll post for you. This is inspirational business type content. This is the wellness focused content. Some of it is Shackley focused. Some of it's very generic, and we mix, and then you can mix in around that. So it is the absolute cheapest way you'll ever have someone post content for you on your page, so you don't have to think about it while you're out of town or whatnot, and then you can just work around those posts. Now, this may, $60 a month, or this initial startup fee of $147 might seem expensive to you, but here's what other people are charging. ClickFunnels and charges $97 a month for the very bare bones, and then $297 a month, so $300 a month. And with them, you don't get any ebooks, no content at all. You basically just get a framework, a shell, and then you got to fill it up. But I don't want you guys to be the ones doing much of the building. Maybe creating some blog posts and doing some Facebook Lives to promote stuff, that's about it. To me, everything else should be about you promoting the heck out of something that's already there, okay? So if you guys want, if you're by your keyboard, type that out. Focus on promoting existing content. That's my main agenda. If you want to do some sideline stuff with your blog and utilize that too, that's great. And your blog, by the way, doesn't have to be something where you're typing out these long journals. Your blog can be mainly just a place for you to store. It's like a stash closet where you get to store things that you do, that you want your people to see, your success stories, your testimonials, that there's no other place for you to put it. That's what your blog can be for. So it's kind of like a closet, okay? So focus on promoting existing material. Focus on promoting our events, Shackley events, and then prospecting the people that engage with those promotions. Now, again, if it seems expensive for $60 a month, you may not realize this, but for a writer, they're $30 to $60 an hour. One article alone takes us a week. it would be hundreds of dollars to you guys to hire your own person to write all this stuff. So be excited about that. I'm not saying this to kind of say, ooh, how important this is, but to say, this is the gold you have at your hands. Be excited about that. Share that with people because, well, and also to help you realize that $60 a month is actually very cheap. Believe you me, because Dr. Daggy, for example, he is not cheap, and you don't have to pay anything to have someone like him involved with this. Same with Dr. Browse or anyone else for that matter. They're all expensive, but super valuable. So here's another one. These guys are charging $200 a month for the very basic thing. Again, no emails, it's just a contact manager with email marketing. That's it. But the rest of it is just empty. You got to go do it all yourself. So now that you've got the super bundle, that's the what, then my recommendation is you connect to training. So then you know actually how to do it. If you can take your training to the next level, that's where you're able to move up your skill set and you're able to do networking in a more professional way that doesn't turn people off. You know the formulas of moving people forward. You know how to prospect properly, things like that. So Networkers University is the place to make that happen. So if you'd like to access $3,000 plus worth of digital marketing courses designed just for you guys for as low as $20 a month after your first monthly payment, that's the space to do it. So it's like Netflix for training. So here's our current course library, from blogging to OneNote to social media to prospecting masterclass. And then we just wrapped up directional branding. And next month, we're going to be doing Facebook Live fundamentals. So for just a small monthly fee, you're now able to wire into my live training and you don't have to keep paying for these expensive classes every time I roll them out. You're in like skin. So that's going to start Thursday, January the 17th. So I'd love to see you guys there at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Again, the university is going to give you live access to my mentoring and training. Otherwise, you do not get me live unless you've paid for one-on-one coaching, which is quite expensive. If you can't attend a live training class, well, no problem. Everything's going to be recorded in your easy-to-use course manager. So you're going to get live training every month, learning on demand. You can watch things if you missed it. A private Facebook group where you get to communicate with other members, full access to our entire training library. So you won't have to pay every time we roll out a new course. So you're going to learn essential skills like these that you see here, from prospecting, follow-up, how to blog, how to use paid ads. You don't have to use all of this, but that's how Ellen Reynolds, who we just interviewed earlier this week, that's how she went from 2,000 to 15,000 as she started taking my courses. And that developed her confidence level and helped her learn certain skills that she needed. And that's where it all kind of sprang from there. So you'll also be able to get unlimited access to the workbooks and scripts and support tools and all the discounts that come with any of these. If you decide it's not the fit, you can decide it's not a fit. You can just skip out after 7 days and we'll exchange for another product or service. Okay. All right. Standard pricing. I'm not even going to talk about that. I'm just going to talk about super bundle pricing. You can see the whole pricing matrix inside the sales page, but basically the best price you'll ever get is if you've already bought one of our courses, you'll save $200 and you get it for $97 and then $19.99 a month after that. And the Academy is really growing. So it's exciting to see so many folks joining in. And, we've had a lot of great engagement with people posting their first Facebook Lives, and then they did 3 or 4 later, and we can see the growth. And I'm teaching you guys things like gear and gadgets, the kind of stuff to use to do your Facebook Lives properly, what to say, what kind of content to do. So we've just got a ton of great stuff there. So if that seems like a lot, check these guys out. They're charging $297 the first month and then $100 a month after that. And that's the same as Eric Worre, actually. He charges $300 first time and then $100 a month after that. And his is neutral. His is not focused on Shackley distributors. And what makes what I do unique is I'm able to filter down what I've learned through all of my training, because I'm connected to so many different distributors. I mean, I'm working with a lot of people. I'm also working with people that are not even in Shackley. I study a lot of digital strategies, and I'm able to see things at a higher level, and I'm able to then filter that down into what makes sense for you in Shackley. And then you guys don't have to worry about that. You can focus on what you should be focusing on, which is promoting content, right? Getting people to events. So if you subscribe to actually any one of our services, whether it's virtual assistants, whether it's our 365 or Super Bundle, the Networkers University, our Zoom, anything that we offer that way that's on subscription based, you'll get $25 credit off any of our other products, and you'll get a 1-hour Zoom digital marketing strategy with me. But it's It's only if you get something tonight. If you bought something a couple days ago, I'm not going to include that. This is a very limited thing. So I love you if you did buy something at a different day, but it is just for those who subscribe tonight. Okay? All right, so take the challenge. We're giving a prize, first and second prizes every week. One is $50 credit for any one of these subscriptions. Second or third place gets $25. So here's how it works. Do a Facebook Live to promote the upcoming wellness webinar next week. Then comment in our group's challenge post with a link. So paste in the link to our live video. Now I have created a video, so it just basically looks like what you just saw there. Now I created a video and Elaine will post the link in there, and I'm going to show you this inside our group. I have created a video that explains how to do this. So I'm going to scoot over here and I'm going to go to into our group. Now I've reorganized things into something called units. So I think you guys are going to find this really handy when you go to units, in that it actually categorizes our posts into a really easy to find way. So you'll see here, activity challenges. Aha. Then you're going to see a link that says how to do the DMS challenges. So you click on that, and then you're going to see a little video that I made here, okay, that will guide you through that. And you know what? I'm going to, let's see, where's the link for that? Oh, there we go. I'm just going to post that. And Anne's already on it. Way to go, Anne. Okay, thank you, Anne. Okay, so there we go. So again, it's got to be, if you don't post the right thing, if you do not follow our instructions of what's on that card, then you are disqualified, okay? So please follow the instructions. Then you can also share this event on Facebook, and I show you that in the video, how to do that. It's just basically copy a link to the registration page, paste that in your own space, but put in that hashtag so we can track that you did it. And then we'll put your name in the hat for another draw. So some people had several tickets in the drawing that we did last night, and that's one of the reasons they won, is they had done all the things. So, okay. Now, the other way, the third way that you can get a chance to win something is by leaving a comment inside the challenge post. Okay, this post right here. So you'll see it. So inside this post that says take the activity challenge, number 2, week 2. Okay, if you go in there and you comment and say, this is what I learned, blah, 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 then you're good to go. You're golden. Okay. So your deadline for entries is this Sunday, and the drawing will be next Monday. So every Monday for 3 more weeks, we're going to do a draw to see if you win. Next week, we're going to talk about webinars and registration pages and how they're going to help you future-proof your business, Zoom video conferencing, and live streaming. Again, remember to promote the heck out of this with your existing customer base. Or if you are using our VA service, then they're going to help you do a lot of that. But the part they cannot do is they can't be you and instant message your friends. They can't do that. They can't do Facebook Live videos to say, hey guys, check out this great thing. They can't do that either. They can just email for you and do all the digital stuff. But so like you'll notice that I'm doing my own Facebook Live streams. I'm still posting stuff, but I'm working with my marketing team to help you. So promote the heck out of this, because that's your job. And let's get a lot of people to show up to that, because people learn more about slaying the supplement myths. I think it'll be easier for you to help them understand the Shaklee difference and to understand, you know, why they even should take supplements and some other great things like that. So if you've got your own page, remember to look inside your dashboard to find that, or find the link that it'll be on the dashboard as well for that. So we'll be promoting that, showing you guys the link for that real soon. Again, thanks everybody. Appreciate you taking the time. Have an amazing night. Remember, you've got till midnight tonight to subscribe to something, and then you get me for 1 hour. Take care, everyone. And by the way, have amazing, for those of you in the US, have a happy Thanksgiving. Us Canucks had it in October. So have an awesome Thanksgiving. And we really appreciate you being there. And hey, Peter, you made it. Good for you. Peter Burnett, well done. Thanks, everybody. Happy holiday. And we'll see you in the group in the next class next week, whichever comes first. Bye for now.